Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
People think that getting hate means something wrong that you did. And most of the time, it means the opposite. It usually means that you said something specific enough that not everybody agrees. But in my book, it also means that you have way too much time in your hands and you are projecting your negativity, or that you are envious of somebody else and that you want to see blood. And that's when the internet actually loves it. The moment you stop sounding neutral, the haters wake up. Hey, I'm Veronica DePolo, and I help service business owners turn their words into leads and stay visible to the people they want to attract. Each week, I talk about how to promote your business with words humans use, not machines, so you get found and chosen faster. Welcome to the Branding Momentum Podcast. Haters attack what they actually don't understand, right? And people deciding something that is stupid instead of admitting they don't get it. And we see this all the time. You know, people are judging things that they've never experienced or strong opinions with very little curiosity. And I remember one time somebody wrote to me and said, "Oh, you're probably wearing those glasses just for show." And if I tell you that if I take them off, I can't barely see anything. So people judge without knowing, right? But that's what people actually do. They invent a story and something they don't understand, or it's conflicting with them, and they invent a story. And the louder the ignorance, the stronger the reaction. So you saw what happened with this opera and this guy that I don't even want to say his name. He was saying about the opera and class and ballet that nobody cares about it, and people dismissing it immediately. And half of my family is all arts. And I was really, really taken on the ignorance and stupidity of the comment. But anyways, we're not talking about that, right? We're just simply noticing and seeing how people actually react, either good or bad. But most of the times it's because they ignore or they're ignorant, really, to be honest. But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's only about ignorance. It's also about that they don't understand the value of that. Because if some people do like it and do enjoy it, then there is a value. In this case, I think we're right. And there's this sense of a mob effect online, right? And you get these celebrities, which I was blown away. I mean, there was this woman that got robbed and all the hate comments just below it. I was like, really? Are you kidding me? I mean, she's a human being. She got robbed. Why are you being so mean? I mean, I don't know. I feel more empathy towards the whole situation. But no, there was hate everywhere. And people celebrating someone's misfortune. It's so toxic, right? And it's really cruelty for entertainment. And that sport, I personally don't like it. It's not my part of sports or talk. But online crowds, they really, if you notice, they don't act as if they're individuals. They act as if they are part of a mob, like a gangster thing. They gang up all together on this little idea and they roll with it and they decide they're gonna hate. And, the empathy that we feel completely disappears. Well, they don't have any empathy if they're doing that, right? So it actually does disappear, the empathy. And then what it does is that you hide behind that anonymous way of, just saying whatever you're thinking without filter, and you're just like, and there's nothing that can stop whatever you're doing. But what this actually has to mean with you in your business. So most of us in the real world, right, in our business world, we tend to see this and then we panic and we think, oh, we shouldn't say that. We shouldn't do this. What if people are going to be saying if I say something a little bit more, or people are going to disagree with me. People are going to criticize me. And I get it because I've been there. We tend to soften everything. And when I mean by softening everything, I mean our thinking, our opinions. We're afraid. Our tone goes lower. We're trying to be more reserved or less talking. And our positioning and our thinking goes to the back burner in a way, right? And it becomes a little bit impossible for somebody else to actually remember you because you've demure your way. Now, the real change or the real shift, how you want to call it, is that authority always creates friction. When you see somebody that has a little bit more, talks a little bit more, and is a little bit more outspoken, there is friction about it. And if nobody reacts to what you actually say, it's probably too safe, or it's too generic, or it's too neutral because you don't want to dip your toes into that. But if you're trying to avoid it completely, not being that person, that thinker, then you end up sounding like everybody else. And that is really the backlash of this whole entire thing. You see something, I'm not saying that you have to see something and you have to say something, but sometimes we do need to speak up a little bit more. So the next time you see someone that comes to you online and says something to you online, don't rush, don't rush and think you said something wrong. Don't blame yourself. Don't put the blame on yourself. Forget about it. No, forget about it. Sorry. Sometimes my New York comes out. Just simply ask something else, and see how they answer. Just flip it a little bit. Did I finally say, and ask yourself instead of judging yourself, did I say something that had an edge to it? Okay. Did you finally say something that not everybody was going to clap for? And if you got your answer, but you're true to what you were actually wanted to communicate and you wanted to share and you wanted to know, and maybe it was something about your industry that you don't agree how things are being done in your industry, good for you. Go and say it, but make sure that you have things to back it up, right? Because that's the whole point about the authority and about, having a piece of brain that you can back it up. Not just simply say, oh, I don't like this because I don't like it. That won't cut it. But if you have data, if you have information, if you feel that you know why, if you have the guts to speak up, then go ahead and do that. And don't let those haters be more haters because they got nothing to do. They're just simply hating who they are. And they're just simply projecting what they don't have. I'll see you in the same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.